Namaste. I bow to the divine in you. Hi, I'm Anjali Jagoda, a happy person, a very, very fulfilled wife, and a successful mother of 3 beautiful children. I started Theo Living in 2015 with an intent to be impactful and influence other beautiful women to heal, which led me to a most beautiful calling, I must say, which is Goddess Yoga Teacher Training. Stay with me and I'm going to share more with you on this. It's so amazing that goddess in itself, we feel, is such a big thing. We are born as women, which actually lets us understand that we are born goddesses. But when we look at other very beautiful, influential women, we feel there is such a massive gap between them and us. The only gap between them and us, or the women who feel a little bit different from those amazing women, is that we are not yet understanding our calling. And that is where Goddess Yoga Teacher Training comes about. Yes, it's yoga. Yes, it's a lot of breath work. It's asanas. But what it really connects you is your calling. Through 11 days that we will be staying together, we will be going back and forth with different releases and exercises and journaling and understanding crystal healing, meditations, mantras, chanting. We will be able to awaken those hidden powers which are already within our system. So once you awaken those powers, you are able to blossom the goddess from within. And when that happens, your unique calling for which you are born in this world begins to show up, and you begin living your life through that calling. You do not necessarily live the rest of your life based on your past experiences. You live your life because you have a unique and special calling for which you are born in this lifetime. So taking you a little bit forward, we go through an intensive 11 days. The philosophy that is the primal basis of Goddess Yoga is chakra philosophy. So every single day, what I do is I walk my students through different chakras. So day 1, we begin with the root chakra and we go really deep into that. It's hours of work that I do with my students. So we journal together, we do yoga postures, we do a lot of breath work, chanting to awaken and activate every single petal that is there in the chakra. Going forward, day 2, we move into the sex chakra, which is a very important chakra because the sexual energy is very essential for us to ascend even at a spiritual level. Moving forward, we go into day 3, which is the solar plexus. That's where your confidence builds up and you're also able to connect to the world at an external level, the outer level. Moving forward is our day 4, which is the heart chakra, which is all about love and connection. So we begin to create newer belief systems where again you come from a calling and not from past experiences, because a lot of things in our heart come through experiences, but we want to put that aside and bring the calling for which we are here on the planet. Moving forward, day 5 goes into the throat. Throat is all about vocalizing, verbalizing, where you speak the truth with loving kindness, so that we are not coming from a space of hurting, harming, or killing anybody, be it physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. We are coming forward, so the way we realize our calling, we are able to become a facilitator so that other people can also realize their calling while we are with them on space mat or we meet them outside. Moving forward, day 6, we will step into the Ajna chakra, which is right in the center of the eyebrows. This is our seat of intuition and wisdom. Now, I want to make it a little bit clear here that intuition is not something that only a few lucky ones are gifted with. It's just that you are not using it. It's a gift that everybody is born with, but until you don't use it, it's like a beautiful gift that is wrapped up. And it stays wrapped up until you take the courage to open it. So this is something we do on our day 6. Moving forward, day 7 is the top chakra, where you connect with the higher beings. You connect with that higher calling, which is not just about paying bills, losing weight, shouting, and fighting through life. It's not about that. It's not about creating conflicts. It's about creating compassion. And then once all the chakras are activated at an individual level, then we want to create a communication between them. Moving forward, day 8, we look into the first 3 chakras, the lower triangle, and we bring about an energy where you can create a flow, a communication between those 3 chakras. Then moving on, day 9, we again come back into our heart and kind of check in. What is happening? Are the things really progressing? Are we deepening our relationship with ourselves first and eventually with everybody else, especially the significant relationships in our life? Moving forward, day 10, we move into the top triangle, which is the throat, the third eye, and the top chakra. Here we connect with most beautiful element, which is the spiritual self. So you take that spiritual calling, put it into your heart, and eventually have a display of it in the physical world. So this is the last thing that we do on day 11, where you are completely ready to have a new perspective, a new outlook towards life, and a new mission and a vision to share with the world. And that's where you step into the world day 12 onwards, and believe me, life is never going to be the same again, because you're not coming from experiences, you're coming from what your unique calling is. The original intent and inspiration, this still touches my heart as if it just happened like a minute ago. The real intent was actually for fertility, because this is where a couple of years back, a very dear friend and a client, she came in because she was having a very difficult time getting pregnant. And she came and she just held my hands. I remember it to date. And she was like, Anjali, I'm doing everything right, and I must have a baby by now. And I didn't know what to do, because it's not like, going and eating out or going for a vacation. So I couldn't understand how could I help her. But I knew somewhere inside it touched me so deep that if she has come to me, I must do something for her. So I asked her if she could wait for a little while. That's where I did a little bit more study and a deeper understanding of fertility. And then she came back, and definitely, it was a massive success. She got pregnant and she has a beautiful son by now, which led me to many successful cases. To one day I realized that I don't want to be the only one who is helping women to get pregnant and have a successful and very holistic fertility journey. This is where I realized that the knowledge and the wisdom that I have, I would love to pass it on to all the other women who want to take that as a calling and pass it on to other women who are having a difficult time in their fertility journey. That's where I created the program. However, while creating the program, I realized that why am I holding myself back to only those women who want to have a child? Why not reach out to every other woman, whether they have children, they want to have children in that moment or not? Because we all are born goddesses, and this is where it all started, and my inspiration kind of blossomed and leveled up, and I scaled it so big and vast. And that's where I felt that I must reach out to all the women rather than just those women who are looking into a fertility journey. However, once you complete this journey and complete this course with us at Theo, you are definitely becoming an angel, an earth angel for all those amazing women who also want to step into a fertility journey. Imagine a life where you have facilitated bringing a divine soul into the planet. And every time those mothers look at those beautiful children who have been born because they did certain practices with you, it's life-changing and it's so fulfilling. So that's my inspiration. I hope it touches many more women just as it touched me. It's very interesting when people usually, when they call in for a discovery call or a session where they walk in for a complimentary session, which by the way I am very open and welcome to. So anybody who is interested or wants to know a little bit more about Goddess Yoga Teacher Training, I definitely invite every single person to contact us for a discovery call if you're overseas, or walk in for a complimentary session, because I really feel that this is not just any training. I love every other school of yoga and I fully respect that. However, this is a very specific training. It must align with what you wish to do for the rest of your life. Even if career-wise you're doing completely something different, you don't have to become a yoga teacher instantly when you finish this course. A lot of our past graduates, they started doing this for themselves, and then they started doing it with their mothers, with their daughters, with their sisters, because it's really about connecting at a goddess level, where a woman helps, educates, endeavors, empowers, and really, you blossom from that space. So we don't have to shove away from this training because it's a yoga teacher training. It is a lot more deeper than what we understand yoga is. It's a combination of everything. We chant, we dance, we cry, we share all the darkness which is hiding inside of you. We bring it to light. That's yoga. Yoga is a beautiful combination of your body, your mind, your spirit, where every part, every cell of your body is in movement, is energetically aligned with the same consciousness as that of the universe. So this is what the Goddess Yoga Teacher Training is going to bring you in life with, where you feel aligned. And believe me, life is going to bring you into new belief systems. It's going to amaze you. The same work that you were doing, suddenly you will feel amazement in that. Why? Because something within your system, it's shifted. We don't believe that we all need to change. I just feel shift perspectives to begin with. The moment you shift a perspective, a change will come naturally. We don't have to change, so we have to change perspectives. And this is what is going to happen with Goddess Yoga Teacher Training. Your shifting perspective will happen towards your life. And that's where lifestyle comes about. And we also look into food. We look into your past experiences. We definitely look into sexual traumas. A lot of women go through sexual traumas. Either they are touched inappropriately, or they have had a past relationship where they did not feel comfortable enough. So somewhere deep down, our potential really drops because of the experience we had. That's why time and again, when anybody comes and visits me in person at the studio, or I do a discovery call, which is usually online or on Skype, this is what I share with them, that it's not about living and continuing a life from experiences. Even if they are the best of the experiences, why do we stop and hold ourselves? Create a new platform, a new landscape where you balance and you grow at the same time. So this is where I am, and if this is something that really touches you, you got to be here, and we need to do a lot of things, and most importantly, healing in person through yoga, and life is going to be beautiful and magnificent.